Dude and friends delved deeper into the final dungeon, where nothing interesting happened as the adventure continues.
I wonder how big the save file would be in an RPG if like all the save points on the field actually kept what particular item you used at it. So like say if you use the cottage or whatever, every time you go to that save point, you basically get the cottage effect because the cottage is still there.
That would be interesting. And this is the room where we die, probably. Because this is, I think, the hardest of all these weapon bosses.
Do strike a battlefield and find out what to do with this.
I'll find out what to do with this. I will take it from you. After we fight this jackass.
We're fighting the plague. It's okay, we're just dealing with Doom. I mean, at least the name is correct. That's good. You know what's actually a good idea for this boss battle?
Huh.
Oh, well, one, this is just bad, but this person, like the plague strategy is so pointless. The fact that it tries casting haste on everybody, you know what's actually funny about that? Haste is, like, it doesn't affect Doom.
Yeah.
So, like, if it actually hits you, it's like, yeah, I'm faster. But what you could do is
What is happening?
I don't know.
Why am I not dead? Half the battle I was on 0.
I was going through battle strategies and like he's gonna game over, he's gonna need to know what to do. And like it's like, okay, I took holy rhymes.
We did not earn this weapon. We acquired it through some magical bullshit.
But I was actually going to go through like some strategies. Like a good strategy for that is actually casting stop on Rosa. So like her timer stops. So when everybody else just effectively dies, you can just cast a raise on them, and then the cycle will begin anew. But the fact that Rosa's timer is different, it means she'll be on a different set of time.
That works. You know what else works? The game shitting out and not having me die.
That made no sense. I don't even get it.
It's like my turns were delaying the timer from registering as 0, but then it didn't register after there was a gap between my turns.
I know, that was really weird. You know what's actually funny about the Game Boy Advance version as well?
Huh.
You know how you can attack your own party members?
Yeah.
Well, what you could do is you could just kind of slaughter your own party members. So the Doom timer is like not like it's gone. So you just revive them. So then he will cast Doom on everybody again. But what that'll do is it'll reset the timer for everybody that has like lower numbers. So everybody will just get 10 again. And then you just rinse and repeat.
You could really take advantage of Qualm's low hit points.
I know.
Speaking of which, a weird thing I used to do when I was much younger in this game is sometimes I would go back to the very first area in the game and get in a battle with some goblins, and then I would divide up my team and then have the two divisions fight each other until one side won. And because the goblins were so shitty at that point in the game, they would never even get a turn.
It will be protected from inseparable days, and I will not give up the ribbon for the disorder. Yukon.
What disorder? It's like he was trying to describe what the ribbon does, but failed.
Yes. But like I was saying on that battle, you could actually cast Reflect. and then it'll just cast Doom, and then hit itself with Doom, and you just kind of wait.
That works.
Yeah, there's a lot of tricks and things you could do. Wog. You know what's really annoying about this boss?
Huh.
This sprite has souls around it, but you can't see them because it blends in with the background.
Oh no, Quamp!
It bioed Quamp. Whatever shall you do now?
Did Bio just reflect and try to hit Kane so it did nothing?
Probably.
Please stop doing that.
Well, they do that when you attack. I forget, does reflect work like if you cast it on yourself and they try to attempt to hit themselves with it, then a reflect?
No.
Why did that not heal Ima? Or if it did, it really did really bad heal damage. Heal damage. Healing. Dude just survived that. Heard a lot, my perspective.
Uh-oh.
What? Excuse me?
His perspective killed him.
Happened? What happened?
He died from bio damage.
Oh, that makes sense. He just saw the boss's perspective. He's like, oh, you're dead too? Okay. Bleh. Why does that suck so much?
I just keep using it in bad situations.
Sometimes it's probably better to just use what you know works.
Well, I wanted to get a little bit more healing.
All 0 of it to all 5 party members.
Well, it could have done something. It didn't, but it could have.
Maybe it has something that's alive. That's convenient. That wasn't. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but I'm glad this thing isn't doing anything.
Yeah.
Just sitting there watching you heal yourself the fool.
It seems okay with that.
It's clearly countering with that, though.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't doing anything.
I see Kane jump as you're like stumbling to try to heal point, and I'm like, no.
No! This is slow motion. No!
That's convenient, I guess. not very convenient apparently, because it's not doing physical stuff.
Ashura is so shitty.
There we go.
Now, if this were a later RPG, I feel like those bosses would be like, oh, you have to kill both of us at the same time. Yeah.
Imagine if they did that in this room and then you go to open up the chest and you get ambushed.
That'd be funny. But nope, ribbon.
Ribbon.
Well, considering this is a ribbon and we are playing a Final Fantasy game, I imagine getting rid of any of these things would be worthwhile.
Get rid of the firefly.
Okay, now who wants ribbons? I can't equip it because there's no room in the inventory for the kimchi. That's never happened before.
I wonder what's more of a final dungeon, the enemies that you're fighting or your struggle with inventory space.
Isn't that the Chocobo whistle?
Yes, it is. Convenient that you had this in your inventory. If people were watching, they'd be like, just blow the whistle, you stupid idiots. You now have inventory space, so how do you feel about that? Why did you have those arrows and never trash them? I kinda lost the sync with the song, but I don't care that you now have the inventory space, but I actually do care and I screwed up my lyrics.
We did it!
You now have inventory space.
I finally noticed we had a thing that you made me buy.
I made you buy that specifically so you would have inventory space, and I forgot about it.
I'm just looking for something to get rid of it, and I'm like, wait a second. Isn't this a thing?
I literally made you buy that so we would have the space because I knew like this might have been an issue. And then I completely forgot about it in between sessions. So it's like I did a good, but then I forgot that I did a good.
You failed to follow through on the good.
But you also failed to remember. But I forgive you because it's not called Chocobo Whistle. It's called just ours.
I'm also not the one that wanted it.
That too. But now you're sitting there like, man, I feel so liberated. I could pick up stuff without having to worry about it every 2 seconds.
Watch my character's speed stats actually go up.
If this was like a newer RPG, like an action RPG or something like that, or like Fallout or something, or Elder Scrolls, that would probably be a thing. Of course, pimping the Dragoon will work on the dragon, or for the dragon.
Of course. He's gotta be extra vulnerable to it.
Which is why he's wearing all the equipment that says dragon on it.
It makes him that much more alluring to the power of the dragon pimp.
It's just like a pimp that keeps showing their face back up. No matter how many times you try to get rid of them, they just show back up. And sometimes they bring their buddies along and it's just annoying. So much preparation. So much preparation.
Yeah.
We're not even at the bottom of this place yet.
We're basically at the bottom. If we just go around the corner, we'll be in the home stretch.
If you go around the corner and go past the Starbucks, you'll be at the end.
It's right there. That's basically the end, aside from that final home stretch where it's all boss normal battles.
I feel like that sentence didn't really work out that well for you.
Oh, it did.
Where it's all boss normal battles.
Yeah, normal battles that play boss music, like the behemoths in Bahamut's place. But first, we have to explore and find treasures. I just love how every time any enemy does anything that hits multiple targets, Point always takes significantly more damage than everybody else.
I know.
It's almost like you only get 4 good characters in this game, and then they just threw in Edge as the 5th because he's the least shitty of the other ones.
They needed someone, but you get them so late. It's like, you don't really have too much time to like actually get them good. And when you do, everybody else is max level. So like, oh.
And it's funny because usually in Final Fantasy games, ninjas are good.
Edge is not a ninja. I'm always seeing him. Edge is a boy.
Yeah, just a boy.
That's why he's such trash. Everybody else has like a unique skill, and he's just a boy. He's literally tagging along. This one dragon is like, what is going on? Why am I getting all cut and bruised? And the other one's just like, dude.
Dude, they're kicking your ass.
I mean, also given the angle and the puff of like air coming out of them, they could really actually just be stoned.
They're too wasted to even know we're slashing at them with our swords. That's why they take so long to die.
When they actually die, they died so high that they don't realize that they die, so they come back and we fight them again.
It's been the same 2 dragons the entire time.
Exactly. And they're actually just dead. We're just slashing at corpses.
That actually reminds me of this tribe of people in this RPG I was playing once with my brother and a friend. We used to do a lot of LARPing-esque stuff when we were younger, and I was usually the DM or whatever you'd want to call it in those games that we would play. But every now and then my brother would do that, and there was this one particular scenario. We had to do this fighting tournament or something, and there's this really weird character from this tribe of people he made up for this scenario where they basically had the ability to do things based on the power of just genuine being able to believe to do so, to the point where they couldn't even be defeated unless they accepted that they had been defeated.
So they are JRPG protagonists.
I guess.
The tribe.
And I just remember one of them being in this fighting tournament or something, and he completely sucked at doing like anything, but he could do these things, and it was just this really drawn out battle of just pummeling on the guy until finally he was just like, I faint.
And then he actually falls over.
Yeah. Cane Apple, I don't remember which one that is. I think it was hit points of some sort. So, Quamp. Damn it, Quamp. You have failed us.
So close to still being better than Point.
But the thing is, that's after I think 3 hit point boosting items. So she has, I think, about 250 more hit points than she should have. And she's still not at 2,000 yet.
That is just ridiculous.
You know what's annoying though is even after all this wandering around, backtracking, going to the save point, wandering around some more to get all these chests, we're probably still gonna have to grind for the final boss just because of one freaking attack he has. You know what I always found weird about Zeromus? He has a phase change about halfway through the fight, but instead of getting stronger when he phase changes, he gets weaker.
Why do you do these things?
I was trying to think of an element he might not resist.
Just use Bahamut.
That uses magic points.
And there's a save point next to the final battle. You're fine.
I'm not heading to the final battle yet.
Literally, the only things you use is bio anyway, so magic points aren't really that big of an issue.
Yeah, but bio doesn't hurt this guy, so I'm lost.
Yeah, so you just cast Bahamut, which does damage.
You cast the thing you're supposed to be using at this point of the game instead of freaking bio.
Exactly. There's the other protect ring.
You know what? Take less damage.
Yeah, I was going to say, having him take less damage will be kind of nice.
I forgot there was more than one save point in this place. That's foreboding as far as this boss goes, is there's a save point specifically just because of this being here. Hello, good sir. I don't remember what you are.
Mr. Zemu's bully blemish from this occasion. I cannot help winning.
Uh-oh. He can't not win. Hello.
Mega floor.
Um,
That's a problem, isn't it? The only thing I could recommend for this battle, honestly, obviously other than reviving people, is here, everybody, never summon, because that's a dumb idea against this thing. If I remember, I think this guy actually just counters if you summon, and all he does is just cast Flare constantly. So in order to get around him countering, you use Quake, I think. And then Kane, I believe, just jumps. This is obnoxious. And then Ima just constantly Kiraja. Great.
good.
Great. Good.
Fantastic.
Kane's health is really ominous right now.
That's okay. Wait, what just happened?
What just happened?
I was waiting to see if he would kill Kane or hit somebody else, so I knew what to do.
Did it like hit somebody off screen? What happened
I
there?
don't know what happened.
Like I was looking at it and I'm like, who got hit? I thought I had like internet lag there or something. I know Quamp has Quake because Quamp learned Quake. Oh, this is gonna be a long battle. That damage on point was like not that bad. Like the only reason that you use Quake is because it ignores Reflect.
Yeah.
And using summoning, like if you use Bahamut on Dark Bahamut, you will just use Mega Flare. I mean, an option would be to use Ashura and get yourself Protect.
Yeah.
Means it won't counter that. I mean, if you do that, you'll just give Protect to everybody but Kane, because Kane will most likely just be in the air at the time. 500, 500,
500, 500, 1600. He really brought his A game on that one.
I'm used to seeing much less than that.
Seriously, how long can Kane stay at that hit points?
I don't know. And why is it working?
Bye, Kane.
It's about time. That ominous omen of health finally did him in. Why did that do so much more damage?
It was a good cast or something.
It's gonna hit. I stopped myself there because I was about to say Quamp. And I'm like, that would be bad. Come on. Oh, we gotta do like 3 more attacks against you to like bring that back. At least it wasted his turn to cast Reflect.
I feel like the only reason Reflect even wears off on him eventually is just so he can heal himself.
Probably, yeah, because it's like Reflect lasts what, like 5 turns? Or 5 casts on it? Or whatever.
Something. But it seems like they can manipulate that in the game. Like if you cast Reflect on Ashura, it stays on her permanently. And then with how long this lasts as well, it gives me the feeling that there was something in the program that allowed them to manipulate how long Reflect lasts on enemies.
It wears off on it, sure. It's just that by the point that you need to recast it, you're pretty much done with the battle.
We did it! We got...
I took Ragnarok!
Okay. And then the Excalibur gets replaced. There was a moment when I used an elixir on Ima, and then I'm just sitting there so you could have noticed. Because you were talking about something at the time.
I didn't notice because you kind of had the pattern of cure, quake, attack, jump.
Well, that was before that. That was the elixir was used way at the beginning when I was trying to get everybody back up from being dead.
Yeah, I didn't notice at that point because I was just like I just thought you were curing people. I actually was looking more at the character sprites than you looking at the menus. Like I wasn't looking down below. Like I glance at the HP, but I rarely look at what you're selecting. When I do, it's usually when you're on the summon screen.
Or just Quamp in general.
Yeah, because I'm like, Bahamut.
Bahamut. Don't cast bio on this enemy who resists it for the 5th time. We know bio doesn't hurt this guy. Stop doing it.
That is pretty much what I've been doing the entire time. Because everybody else is like attackers. So I only really have to focus on what you're doing with the black mage. Because it's like, that's the only one where you have variance in what you're doing.
Even Ima's an attacker because she doesn't know Holy yet. Unless she knows Holy and I forgot.
You know what I always found annoying about Quamp's sprite? Look at her hands when she's not doing anything. And then look above her left hand. Her left being her actual left hand, like in the sprite formation. Not like the left as in the left side of the screen. And then tell me that you don't see a third hand above her left hand.
Yeah, I guess.
I know it's her shoulder, but it looks almost exactly like another hand. And that sprite doesn't help either because it looks like she's winding up a punch.
Well, she's getting ready to punch with her stick.
Her stick that does more damage whacking things with it than it does casting Comet. Kane level higher. Kane now has 3,500. I hope I'm actually right about that. And you don't go into the menu to prove me wrong. Yay.
Yeah! This battle's gonna be annoying.
Yeah, it is. That's just stupid.
You know that's there to deliberately trick people.
They should have just called this dungeon Blue Dragon Dungeon. The Dragon's Den. Zeromus' Dragon Playhouse.
Every Saturday morning at 8.
It's Behemoth that just popped out of the chest like, I bet you're regretting your decision to come back here.
Rah, 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 rah.
Rah, 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 rah.
He just jumped out like Jack in the Box. It was just like rah, 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 rah.
And we're just sitting there like, how did you even fit in that thing?
I am the greatest contortionist of my people. Many a century ago, I represented my race in the glorious Behemoth Flexibility Championship.
Did you just cast Blink on somebody that had Blink on already?
It was a glorious time. We did many tournaments of flexibility and squishing ourselves inside of boxes.
I love how you completely ignored your, did you just cast Blink on dude again?
I was in the middle of giving this behemoth some backstory.
The one you just killed.
Yeah, so now we can care that he died. Co-op level up!
And you learn death.
I love how They held off on her spells for so long that now she's at a point where she's just gaining a new spell every level.
You're not using half of them. The only one that you needed was Quake because I told you to do it.
Well, by this point in the game, I have Bio, so I don't use her other spells. So I think that's about everything, except I'm positive there's another sword for him somewhere.
I mean, there's still more dungeon we haven't done.
Yeah, but it's a matter of figuring out where that is.
It might be possibly tucked away somewhere towards the end.
When all else fails, you look it up while I head to save point.
I'm pretty sure it's the area after this one that has it.
I just realized the quamps and points maximum hit points.
2003 and 2071?
No, they're maximums. They're just have numbers swapped.
Oh. I got confused there for a second.
You were just confused because I brought up a thing involving a number and you were like, I don't see 318 anywhere.
I did see 318 earlier, I just didn't acknowledge it.
Sure, you didn't.
I didn't because then you would have like pointed it out and be like, it's the same.
It's because of that I'm casting Bio.
No! Why would you do such a thing? I'm trying to remember where the heck that... I think it's in the later part of the dungeon, but now I'm like doubting it.
I am pretty sure all the treasures in the later part of the dungeon are just like shurikens and such, so you have a few more of those for the boss.
I think the save point is on B7, and you fight the thing for Edge's best weapon on B8. Yeah. So I think we just need to go down one more floor.
So onward to that place.
I'm happy that Quam finally has 2,000 HP. It's nice not seeing a 1 in the 4th digit slot.
It only took her 24 hours. This game should not take 24 hours.
My only issue is that every other Final Fantasy by this point in your leveling, you would probably have double the amount of HP you have, if not more.
They had to increase the numbers because bigger numbers is better for some reason. Even Paper Mario games have started getting to a point where at the beginning of the game, you're doing double digits. I remember back in the first Paper Mario game, you'd do like 10 damage and that would be like end game damage.
And you're like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember that like every time you hit something and you were just like really happy to see a 2 on screen.
Holy shit, I did 2 damage.
You're like, yeah. I mean, in retrospect, it is easier to like determine things and like, oh, hey, this enemy has 10 HP or whatever.
Yeah.
Versus, oh, hey, this enemy has 372.
Yeah. And then Thousand Year Door was rather similar. And then you get to the final boss and it has like 200 hit points. And you're just like, holy shit.
This is going to take me 10 minutes.
And then you look at that, and it's like, this guy just killed the final boss in a Thousand Year Door twice by punching point.
I know. I would laugh so hard if you said that point was actually dead, and you're like, wait, he has 2,000 HP left. Nope, he's dead.
Seriously, what is this game's obsession with targeting Edge?
I don't know.
I've had issues with that ever since forever.
It's like the reverse Final Fantasy 1. Gain level higher. He gained 113 HP from that level up.
That's a good amount.
Now we just gotta give that to Quamp. Every level up, except double that.
Imagine if you could just have somebody give somebody else hit points.
I think there have been RPGs where you would... What happened is you would have like an experience pool, and you can choose who you want to like get stronger and stuff. I can't think of one, but I know I've played a one like that before. Like everyone would still have their own individual stats, but you can like level them up like based on like a thing. Literally only one door to go into.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, be sure to do all the YouTube things. And if you want to see more Google Translated madness, then be sure to go check out Azure Brian's channel where he and I played through Super Mario RPG Google Translated. See you next time!